Hello and welcome to Ditch Witch Diaries. We are back in poisons and we're going to talk about a most interesting poison today that kind of corresponds with one of my favorite books. It has like a tie-in, so I'm eager to get to it to let you know all about it. So it's Bryony is what we're going to be talking about today.
I don't think I know anything about that plant.
I know specifically white and red Bryony. We'll talk about that. So let me just share. So white and red Bryony is what we're going to be talking about today. And let's just get going. Of course, like as you can see, I have much enjoyed that. I love that font. It's just my favorite
Do you know
font.
what the name of that font is off the top of your head?
I don't, but I'll tell you
Hmm.
later. It's so
Okay.
good. It's so freaking good.
I like it. It looks
Yeah.
very cottagey.
Yeah, it's definitely my font I've found because I like always am looking for fun fonts, but it's a
Hmm.
pain in my ass. So this is
Nice. I
so
enjoy it.
white and red Bryony. So white Bryony is Bryony Alba, Bryonia Alba, and red Bryony is Bryonia Dioica. So this is going to be the Bryony, and there we go. That's white Bryony. And there's some other, that's what the
In
flowers.
the botanical, the one that's like cut in half, it looks like a cranberry.
Yeah, it is not.
Hmm.
It is absolutely not a cranberry.
Yeah, don't eat them. I probably should have said
Don't,
that.
exactly, don't do it. Don't risk it for the biscuit.
Mm-mm.
So the part used, basically the parts that people use are the root, and even magically, the root.
Hmm.
Other names are devil's turnip, English mandrake, which
Hmm.
is notable, false mandrake, qualu, kudzu of the northwest, lady's seal, tamis, tedderberry, white hop, wild hops, wild nep, wild vine, and wood vine.
Hmm.
So the name Bryonia, though, it comes from the Greek bryo, meaning to shoot or sprout, and it's because it grows like crazy. Like,
Hmm. Interesting.
yeah. So the plant information. The reason why we're not talking about black Bryony, and that's notable because there is black Bryony, is because they are completely different like plants, families.
Oh.
Okay.
Hmm. Hmm.
Both are poisonous, so we may circle back around to black Bryony. But black Bryony is part of the yam family, and white and red Bryony are part of the gourd family. So
Hmm.
they're completely different things going on there. So this is a climbing plant and it has broad leaves, prickly stems. It's a perennial vine. So, and it's like invasive and aggressive. And when you look it up, like many of like the state's websites about botanicals, like list it as like an invasive vine. It prefers shade and most moist soils, and it's mainly spread by birds. The plant
Hmm.
is. But you know what I found, and I don't think I mentioned this later, is that it'll like look like it's dying in one place and then crop up again someplace else, like 20 feet down the fence line
Interesting.
or something. Yeah,
Huh.
exactly. It's crazy that way. It's native to Central Europe and it's cultivated there and in North America. We saw those flowers. They were little like
Hmm.
greenish yellow flowers and they bloom in May. And so here it is. That's what white Bryony produces black flowers. So we saw the red Bryony in that picture. Here, let's go back. Look. That picture is the red Bryony, and then
Hmm.
the one in the center is the black Bryony or the white Bryony. So red Bryony is this one right here, and this is the white Bryony right here with the
Hmm.
little dark flowers. Okay. So the poisonous action. So first of all, every part of this plant is highly toxic. Like you need to even wear gardening gloves when approaching it because
Mm.
it is toxic. It'll cause so if you eat it, if you eat it, you have to have your stomach pumped, a
Ugh.
demulcent administered, and they have to maintain your body temperature because it can get low actually.
Mm.
So 40 berries are kind of what they say can be fatal to humans or livestock even. And that's the reason why you don't want to touch it is because the sap can blister your skin.
Ooh.
I know, rotten. So they are members. We talked about the gourd family, but it's really specifically the cucumber family.
Mm.
And you get the toxicity from the cucurbitacins, specifically these glycosides like bryonin and bryonidin, I think bryonidin. So it's a chemical cytotoxin and a violent purgative, and it like you eating the plant is like causes violent issues and just screws your entire system, just like your entire digestive tract. So this is sounds like a horrible thing. Like
Mm.
don't get involved with this. Do not get involved with this plant. Do not eat it. Do not touch it. It
Leave
is
it alone.
freaking rough AF, and it
Mm.
is like it is aggressive, like in its like in how it moves, it reproduces. It's crazy.
Mm.
So you get gastrointestinal irritation. The toxins are a powerful hydragogue cathartic. They trigger intense inflammation, colic, massive fluid secretion into the gut. I
Ooh.
know. Don't do it. So, overdose effects. Okay. In high amounts, the absorbed toxins disrupt the nervous and cardiovascular functions. They lead to respiratory depression, kidney inflammation, and collapse. Okay. Lots of trouble here. There's so much trouble.
Mm.
But it's not like heart issues like we've seen with like the foxglove, like diatoxins. I forgot what the name of it was, but
Yeah.
many plants work on that basis. This is different. This is like about your intestinal tract. This is about
Mm.
water release. This is effed up.
Mm.
So, stories, cultural import in Poland. So, peasants would fumigated non-producing cows if they believe a witch had cursed them into not producing. There's a lot of this about witches and cows and both ways, like whether it's
Mm.
the witch who's using it or the people that are using it to help the witch. There's a lot of this kind of stuff.
Mm.
It was also placed inside coffins and used as pillows for the dead. Which is so Assumption Day. I've got to look this up right now because I
Mm.
didn't do that and I meant to do that. So when is it's near Lammas? I know because I put that in here.
Mm.
Assumption. It's a major Christian feast day commemorating the belief that the Virgin Mary was taken bodily into heaven. Okay.
Mm. Okay.
So on Assumption Day, like witches would bless Bryony
Nice.
because the demons lived inside it. So they would,
Love it.
me too. So witches used it to draw milk from cattle. So see if either way,
Mm. Mm-hmm.
they would bathe, and what they would do is they would take a root and they would bathe the root in milk to take the cattle from the draw away the milk.
Mm.
So in Germany, in 1160, Hildegard of Bingen called it stitch root because it was used for side stitches. I can't even
Ooh.
imagine it. I
Yeah.
can't, there's some of these things that I can't imagine, but used in maybe very, very, very minute amounts
Mm.
is all I can think of. So in Scandinavia, if you grew Bryony close to the hen house, it said that it would keep the birds of prey away from your little hens.
Mm.
In Serbia, they used it in prosperity workings, and we're going to see this again and again. This is a prosperity plant. It's used to protect cattle against witches' spells. So this is what it looks like. This is why it's called false mandrake or English mandrake, is because the root is like oddly human-like.
That is so crazy. It looks like, well, I definitely see the association with human, but in my head, it looks like a claw of some like alien or something. It looks so
That
cool.
too. That too, huh?
Oh. Mm.
So the root is used in Russia, the root is used to bring luck to a household, actually. So it's a completely different thing there.
Mm.
In Ireland, they made poppets out of the root. So in Greece, the mythological tradition surrounding Bryony associates this like wild growing roots with the tears of Demeter or Demeter as she wept in search for abducted Persephone.
Mm.
And then we have, if you don't know who this is, Eliphas Levi. Okay, so he is at the root of a lot of modern witch things. Okay, especially high magic stuff,
But he looks very high magic-y.
doesn't he? In 19th century, these like he wrote some of these occult texts. Okay, like transcendental magic,
Mm.
and practitioners like looking to harness the plant's power where you're supposed to dig up white bryony root on a Monday. So, and that day is associated with the moon. So that's like his connection to this whole thing. Pop culture.
Oh, you love this one, don't
I
you?
love this series. They have like 9 books. Like not
That's so
like there's
cool.
like a whole like I swear, if you could give me more about like write more about Kushil like and this series and Phaedra and the whole group of them, I would just
Mm.
read it endlessly. In this like world, she is great. First of all, Jacqueline Carey is a world builder, okay? And so she builds this whole world, okay? And in her world, there's 13 royal houses, okay? Which is in and of itself beautiful and perfect. But those 13 houses are called the court of the night blooming flowers. Now, not all the flowers are night blooming, but it's just because the world is based around this idea of like love freely and sexual openness. And anyway, so I'm not going to go through the full thing, but the Bryony is one of the houses,
Oh,
one of the
cool.
13 houses in the court of the night blooming flowers. They have flower names, okay? So their canon is wealth, high finance, and material desire. And I didn't put this in I should have returned this. The training. So the adepts, that's what they're called, are skilled in financial arts and risky investments and high stakes games. So each house, when you go in, has like a wildly different environment. Like some are like circuses. There's one that's like all about calming and it's like peaceful when you walk in there and healing. And
Mm.
okay, this one is like a luxury casino. Okay, fortunes can shift. Rules involve high level wagering. All this stuff. So the leadership, so each one is governed by a Dawain, okay? And famously in her universe, like no one should ever bet against the Dawain of Bryony House.
Mm.
So that's like kind of the thing. Anyway, great
Nice.
book. It's you have okay, so let me just tell you before you begin and get like dismayed, you've got to put in your time to learn the world.
Mm.
In fantasy books that have high level world building, you don't just get the world like you have to put in the time to learn the world. And sometimes it's confusing. There's often like a map and a list of like characters. For me, that's a great book. Okay. Once you learn the world, you are so entrenched in it. You cannot take how entrenched you are in this world. Okay. It is literally my all time favorite book. series for sure. And I've read like my Goodreads is filled with like more than 600, almost 700 books. And this one is like definitely if you're into fantasy and especially like like delving into maybe smutty fantasy, this is definitely your book. And there's like spying and there's like intrigue and there's like lots of sex and all sorts of goodies in here. So enjoy. Okay, so now we're back to Bryony. Okay, so again, how many times do you have to say this? Poison, danger, okay? Poison paradise. Come on, folks. This is poisonous. So everything I'm going to tell you about magics and medicine about this plant, like it has to be like headed by this is poison, okay? So first of all, the correspondences. So Franklin says it's earth, probably because it's low growing and it like grows like abundantly and vigorously.
Hmm.
Planet is Mars or Uranus. Franklin says both. Uranus is kind of a new correspondence. It's not on the old set of correspondences, so
Hmm.
there's that. The astrological sign I've seen is Mars in Gemini, and that was from Greer, that natural magic book.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's fiery, warm, and dry in the third degree. So fiery things that cause like redness and cause like blistering are often fiery, and it like causes like heat and stuff like that. And I don't know why they would have. Well, it's a hydrogogue, so it releases all the
Hmm.
water in your system. So
Yeah.
you get like dried out like a little fruit. It all comes out your bum.
Yeah.
So these are my ideas. I didn't see any tarot associated with them. So, like, and I, of course, didn't even do the same. So stupid. Anyway, so first of all, the Nine of Wands or the Seven of Wands, because, like, if you're talking about, it's like all about protection and defense, okay? Like, it is like, don't get past me. It's like a
Hmm.
border. So that could be one. Or even better, maybe the Seven of Pentacles if you're talking about earth and you're talking about money. If you want to go with it that way and protection of money, then maybe like the Four of Pentacles, but that's like earthy. And so it depends on how you want to like what you're using it for and how you want to look at that.
Hmm.
So the only Sabbat that I found associated with it was like because it's associated with Assumption Day, and that's near Lammas or Lamas or whatever. So
Hmm.
maybe the goddesses, Demeter, and we talked about why, and I don't know why they listed Aphrodite, but they did. So
Hmm.
Aphrodite, the Kaliak, so the triple goddess, and that's who you see here. And perhaps because it's of its association with like death and with like going
Hmm.
into the underworld and with she's like the crone. So there we go. The moon phase, and I don't know why I did this. This is like I didn't put the like the new moon because it's like unseen beginnings, darkness, and just like kind of underground roots. So properties. Poppets, of course, we thought being used for poppets, but be careful with it. Remember, you can't like really touch it. Everything's like poisonous. So,
Gloved. Gloved
yeah, for
hand.
the love of God, for the love of the Kaliak,
Yeah.
please do not do that. Okay. So it's a substituted for Mandrake. Okay, human figures are often carved into the root. They can be buried in wet sand until the cut surface grows back over again. Okay, then the poppet you get was used as a familiar spirit that was fed with wine and other offerings. So, like Mandrake, people believe that when you pull like the Bryony root out of the ground, it screams.
Oh, like Mandrake.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what I said. Like Mandrake, I said
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
Uh,
like and if you, so I know there's people that hate Harry Potter tied to fucking witchcraft. Okay, peeps. Okay, take deep breaths. Okay, but in Harry Potter, like in the gardening, like that that
Mm.
class or whatever it was, the
Yeah.
herbology, like you can remember them pulling out the mandrake and it's screaming. So just
Screaming.
like
Yeah. Mm.
it's obviously money drawing too. There's a lot of ties. This is a good thing if you want to avoid those spices from the spice trade. To use like the Bryony is money drawing as well. So you can
Mm.
place money near a plant and leave it. So as long as you keep the money near the plant, it will continue to produce more money until you remove that money.
Mm.
It's also tied to underworld journeys. It's a funerary herb. We saw it like being used as a pillow for the dead. Plus, it's a poison that will cause you to go to the underworld.
It will cause you to need a pillow in your
Exactly.
bathroom.
You will need a pillow of Bryony. Okay. Um, it's also a protection plant and especially against bad weather. So even though it's clearly like a barrier, okay? Because it's hard to cross it. It grows profusely and if you touch it, you'll get like blisters. So
Mm.
it's definitely a barrier, okay, just because of the nature of it. But it's also supposed to be protective, especially against bad weather. So it is protective against lightning. If you wear a wreath of Bryony leaves, which seems very dangerous because it causes
Yeah.
and flowers, you're going to be protected during thunderstorms. So you have to be really scared of thunderstorms. Okay.
Mm.
You can hang it in the garden to protect against bad weather as well. So it's supposed to be a magical amplifier, especially the roots in like it's supposed to work best when you combine it with other stones or herbs that to amplify some magic. It's an aphrodisiac. It's been used for love, which seems I don't see anything about that, but
Like,
I read that, so I'll include it. It seems a little specious. I don't
mm.
know. It's without evidence. Okay.
Mm.
Healing. I don't know about healing, but glamour or image magic too. I saw.
Mm.
And it's supposed to be much more potent if you find it growing in graveyards, as are most things, I feel like.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
Especially like the like banefuls or like dark plants, you know.
for sure. So the symbolic meanings. And I have this book that I really like that now that we're getting back into the herbs, I'll show it to you right now. It's really interesting. So let me stop my sharing and I'll just show it to you. This one right here. The complete language
Oh.
of herbs.
Hmm.
Okay, I love it. And let me just,
Oh, that looks nice.
it is nice. It's very nice.
Hmm.
I'm really into it. So
Is it more magical or more like medicinal
it's
or both?
magical. It's
Oh,
more
okay.
magical for sure. It has like folklore and facts. It has
Mm.
like other names, symbolic meanings, possible powers.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
cool.
it's great. Okay, so
Mm.
share again.
At some point, I feel like you and I should put together a document compiling
All the
our
books.
plant books and like rating them or something. I'd be into that.
We should. We should. We should grab because I have like a bunch that I just have sitting here to use. And then I have a bunch in my bookshelf that I like rarely touch.
Mm,
So
yeah.
they're kind of ho hum. Anyway,
Yeah.
so the symbolic meanings are it to grow luxuriantly and here then gone. And I told you
Mm.
because it like will grow and then it'll be gone and then it'll grow up in another place. So both of those things.
Mm.
So now we are not doctors, and plus this is poison. So I'm just telling you right now, if you like are doing this, be careful. I mean, I don't know what to say except for these poisons. It's wild to talk about medicinal characteristics because they are be careful, okay?
Yeah.
So it is an irritative. It's a hydragogue and a cathartic. And I got some of this information. I will say Grieve has like
Mm.
a listing for this. So that's
Nice.
some of this was from her. Culpeper says it's good for the stitches in the side. He probably got that from Hildegard of Bingen
Yeah.
because, okay, he says it's good for palsy, cramps, and convulsion.
Mm.
It was formerly used for dropsy, which is like that, like when you have like swelling and
Mm.
like a lower
Oh yeah,
extremity,
like fluid retention
fluid
type stuff.
retention, which,
Yeah.
yeah, because it's a hydragogue, but it's too dangerous to
Yeah.
use. But in very, very small doses, okay, people say they use it for cough, influenza, bronchitis, even pneumonia. I know it's pneumonia, but I say pneumonia. Okay, it's a pain reliever, cardiac disorders, or even the old rheumatism cure. So
Nice.
that's that. And these are the books that I used, and I didn't get rid of my little asterisks, which I like put to like
Mm.
indicate that I used them. But there we go. Let me stop sharing.
Nice.
So that's that. That's Bryony, and very interesting plant indeed. And I loved yours as well. And we are gonna do the book thing. I think that would be a fabulous thing to go
Yeah.
to talk about the books, to put together a
Yeah.
master list of all our books that we have about herbs. We will.
Yeah.
We'll do that behind the
Yeah.
scenes and then we'll talk about each of them.
Mm.
Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Like and subscribe below, and we will see you at the next Ditch Witch Diaries.